Ayala Van Zandt, you gotta fix this. You gotta fix it. Cause baby, they need it. They need it over there. What's up, you guys? It's your girl, Gemini Janae, and I'm back with another video. Y'all, I know it's been a minute, but your girl is back. Just recently moved, so I haven't got my little background and everything set up right now, but just wait on it. So I just had to come through, y'all, because it's been a minute. What's up? Y'all, where is Ayala? Where's Ayala when you need her, baby? We need you now, Ayala, Miss Ayala Van Zandt. We need you, baby, because, y'all, Mama D and Scrappy, oh my gosh. I was just scrolling through on the YouTube, and I'm like, what the hell Mama D done did now? Y'all, this here is serious. It done got real. So, y'all know on this past season of Love and Hip Hop, Scrappy and Mama D got into a heated argument, and it brought up some old childhood trauma that Scrappy has been dealing with. So I haven't been watching Love and Hip Hop. I kind of stopped watching Love and Hip Hop and all the reality shows. We're gonna get into that in another video, why I no longer watch these low vibrational reality TV shows, baby, because I used to be on it every Monday night, had my little set schedule of shows. I'll tell you, I had a show for every night they came on. I knew what all of them came on: Real Housewives of Atlanta, Love and Marriage Huntsville, Love and Hip Hop LA, Miami, Atlanta, all of them, baby. I had my whole little week, all of it planned out, just full of reality TV. And that stuff is so toxic. Just watching it all the time. This is fake. Most of it is fake, but this right here is real. So, from what I've heard, Scrappy told Mama D that he had thoughts of divorcing Bambi or whatever. And she went back and told Shakana, the messiest bitch on the motherfucking show. Shakana, you know, she can't hold nobody's secret, can't hold nothing. And she want the clout and attention anyway. So of course, she gonna run her mouth and tell the business. I just saw the little clip where, you know, Scrappy was like, he got into it with Mama D, and then Kirk was like, Mama D, now you know you crazy. And then Scrappy started clapping and all that stuff, like basically co-signing what he said. He got into an argument. He was just like, see, that's why I don't want to talk. That's why I don't talk to your ass now. He said, whatever problem you got, you need to take that up with your daddy. Take that up with your mama. That's how you know that Scrappy is really going through some things, and he has kind of had thoughts of therapy, or has had some type of therapy outside of this show, or something, for him to even bring it up as a point and to mention it to her, that she needs to confront her past and confront her issues with her childhood and her parents, because you know all this shit is generational. These be generational curses that are passed down, and how he felt like, you know, how she treated him and his sister when they were children. Of course, you know, he's saying things, he's saying a lot, was still withholding a lot as well. He not finna completely air Mama D ass out on this TV show and air all they dirty laundry, they family secrets and all of that. But you could tell it's a lot of trauma there. It's a lot that Scrappy is going through. Like, this man, you can see it all in his face and his eyes. This man was vulnerable in this moment. It's just like his inner child was crying out to be heard, because he was just like, man, we grew up in a whorehouse. You know what I'm saying? We grew up in a whorehouse. We grew up around drugs and strippers and all type of stuff. They thought that stuff was okay as children, and children are not supposed to be in that type of environment. And he's saying that, you know, Mama D did this to provide for them or whatever, but it's so many other ways that you can provide. Like, I mean, everybody's situation is different, everybody's life story is different, everybody's circumstances and everything is different. I get that, but you got to think about it. When people say that they doing things to support their family and to take care of their family, illegal things to take care of their family, you got to think about, yeah, this may be temporarily taking care of your family. What your family gonna do if you get locked up, or if you get killed, or anything like that, because you are living that lifestyle? You know what I'm saying? They don't think about those consequences. Like, it sound good saying that I'm doing this to provide for my family and take care of my family, but at the end of the day, you are jeopardizing and risking your family, you know what I'm saying? Because you could not be there for your family, your children, especially if you got young children. They can get thrown into the system, anything, because of the lifestyle that you choosing to live, and you just try to make it seem like, oh, you're providing for them. That stuff like that, it can only get you by for so long. He just growing up in this, and he feeling like he don't have anyone to express that to. You could tell that it's really taking a toll on him, because he just realizing, especially with him having children now, how he is blessed to provide his children with a better lifestyle, a better environment, you know, and a better home than what he had growing up, him and his sister had growing up. You know what I'm saying? Like, he feel like he can't talk to her. Even like Bambi, he feel like with her, he feel like he can't talk to them because they're so hard. He hasn't had that nurturing, that vulnerable side from a woman in his life. Like, and then, which I can understand it too. Like Mama D, you know what I'm saying, the type of lifestyle that she had or whatever. And then with his father not being in the picture and being around, she had to feel like she had to play both roles, the mother and the father. And especially, like I said, you already know how it is, especially growing up in the South or growing up in certain areas. Like, you know, a lot of women, they raise their boys, they feel like I'm not finna raise no boy to be no punk. I'm not finna raise him to be soft or whatever. So they feel like, it's like sometimes it can be a little bit OD because they go overboard with the masculinity. It's like, they need that kind of tough, like roughness a little bit, as far as like boys being not be able to do manly things and play outside and, you know, play sports, or, you know what I'm saying, get their hands dirty and do things to help around the house. And you want to show them some things that they should be able to do as a man, like, or like I said, but really at the end of the day, it's not their responsibility to do it, but they are forced to take on that role. A lot of women were forced to take on that role because there was no man in the household, which I get it. But then you know, sometimes they don't understand that boys also need that nurturing. They need that vulnerability. They need to be able to express how they feel. They need to feel that love from a mother to just tell them, like, you know, baby, it's okay, to hug them. They need that too. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything can't be so hard. And just like, even with him marrying a woman as well, that he feel like he can't lay on her shoulder and cry. He can't just hug her and just say, I'm not feeling okay today, and cry because she just looking at, like, you know, like she kind of rough around the edges too. Baby, you know, baby kind of tomboyish or whatever. You know, so he feel like he can't be vulnerable with them. And that's just a whole nother video within itself as well, because the world has basically trained us up to be hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can try to be feminine women, and, you know what I'm saying, sometimes, but and just being for real, in most cases you feel like you can't be, because they look at it as a weakness. They look at it as a vulnerable, like you're being vulnerable, so they look at that as a soft spot or a weakness. And especially, you know what I'm saying, and you know what I'm saying, just like, especially depending on what type of field you're working in, like if you're in a male dominated field, or just things in general, like even if you try to express yourself, like you feeling some type of, if you feel upset, you're angry, or you feel overwhelmed, it's like, oh, you're too emotional. You're too emotional. And it's just like, you really you have to find that balance, because at the end of the day, our femininity is our power. And we look at, like, the world has trained us to think and to feel that we have to be strong. We have, especially us Black women, we have to be strong. No other race of women they feel like they have to be strong. It's okay for them to be depending on someone else. It's okay for them to be soft, you know what I'm saying? It's okay and it's acceptable. But with us, you know what I'm saying, it's like, it's a contradiction. You have men that want us to be, they like, oh, I want a feminine woman. I want a woman. I don't want a woman that's going to be like this and be like that. But you got to think about it. So many men have left women in situations where they have to be. They have to be the mother. They have to be the father. They have to be the provider. They have to be everything. They have to be everything. They have to be strong and be everything in their life, because especially when they have children, they have to take on that role. So sometimes, yeah, it do come off like, you know what I'm saying, like they not soft, because when it's like, you feel like, when can I just sit back and lay back and chill and be soft and be that vulnerable woman? You can't. So that's a whole nother discussion within itself for another day. Amy and everybody else was like interjecting, talking to Mama D, and they were like, your son hurt, and she's really acting like she's really not understanding and processing what he is saying to her and how he feels. She was really like nonchalant about the shit. Like, it was really like narcissistic and gaslighting him, and just be like, well, how you think I feel? How do you think I feel? Like, you see that this man is really just letting all this out and letting you know how he feel, and you worried about how you feel in the situation. That it really was just like, oh wow, like I can't even, y'all. And that's why I really feel like, if you really think about it, man, Mama D is the real life Raquel Thomas. Like, if y'all watch Raising Kanan or whatever, and you see how Rock is with Kanan, like, you could tell Kanan, like, he's a young boy in this situation. Of course he loves his mom. She's all he has or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But she doing a whole bunch of grimy ass shit. out in these streets, dealing drugs, doing all type of shit, and she basically forcing him into this lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Like forcing him into the lifestyle and shit, he don't even know which way to go. You know what I'm saying? She being flawed with him about who his dad is and how, you know, all this different type of stuff. It just, she basically like forcing this lifestyle on this young boy, and he's really like not made for this shit. Like he not made for that life, but he's trying to adapt to it and really toughen himself up to be in that lifestyle, because he looking at it like, man, this the family business. This is what the family do or whatever. How Rock is moving and acting and whatever, and basically forcing that boy into that shit. That's like how like Mama D did for Scrappy. And yeah, and he feel like he can't really be, he can be mad at her for not providing a safe, comfortable environment for him as a child, and he didn't really feel comfortable in his own home. But then again, it's like he can't really like be too mad and fault her too much, because she did pay for his startup for his career. So it's like, I wouldn't say that it's an even exchange, but he's really conflicted with that. Part of him is thankful for her that she, you know, was able to provide for him as far as like boosting, you know, say helping him out with his career and the start of his career. But a part of him still resents her for that, because it's like, you put me in an environment, and I just really feel like he's really still holding back on some things that happened to him, that he really is not trying to say on camera and in front of the world. But I just really feel like Scrappy really needs to sit down and talk to somebody. And I feel like he's at that point. Either he's considering it, or he has done a little bit and he just needs to come into it deeper, or he realized a lot of things. But you can tell that Scrappy is really trying to do some work on himself. And that I can commend him for, because it is, you know what I'm saying, I couldn't imagine, you know what I'm saying, being in an environment like that as a child, and you seeing all of this, seeing exposed to all of these things at a young age, and you're not even fully understanding what's going on or what it is. It's just a lot. And then for your mother to put you in that situation, it's a lot. But Mama D, you know what I'm saying, then she just, and some people look at her like, oh, that's just Mama D. Y'all know she crazy. Y'all know she dead. Like, people need to be accountable for their actions. People need to understand that what you do does affect other people. And you know what I'm saying, like, just not just be like, oh, that's just how I am, or y'all know how I am, or whatever. It's time out for this shit. It's time out for that shit. And it's time to stop letting people in your life. If you are letting somebody in your life, you know what I'm saying, just let them feel like they can just do whatever because that's just how they is or whatever. Nah, man, don't let that shit fly. You either cut their ass off, or shit, just let them know that you're not finna go for it. Cause that shit is toxic as fuck for somebody to think that they can say whatever and do whatever, and you supposed to accept that that's how they are. No, I don't have to accept it. I don't have to be around you. And I really feel like that's why Scrappy starts to distance himself away from Mama D ass. Cause she toxic. Shit, like I said, Mama D do too much. And like they said, she trying to be a socialite. Like, yeah, she's made a name for herself while she's been on Love and Hip Hop and not on this show or whatever. But at the end of the day, you're a mother and a grandmother. And like I said, your age, you should be reflecting some type of maturity. Like they said, sometimes your age, like whatever the trauma started, that's the age that you're stuck in, the mindset that you're stuck in. So Mama D also needs to go sit down on somebody's damn couch and talk to a counselor or do something, because she got a lot going on. And then how she's acting and doing all this, especially all on the TV, embarrassing yourself. Man, Mama D, it's time for you to go and sit down somewhere. Like, you are getting older. Think of something that's going to really get you some type of passive income, or some type of income where you can really be a grandmother and get your ass off of Love and Hip Hop. Cause like I said, it's about time out for that. And while you interfering in Scrappy's life with his wife and all this, like, I don't know. I just really just see like how upset that Scrappy was, y'all, and I just couldn't do nothing but feel for him. So I just had to come through, y'all. I don't watch Love and Hip Hop. I ain't doing no reviews on Love and Hip Hop. I ain't doing none of that. I'm not going back to that. But yeah, I just had to come through and just kind of, you know, just tell like how I felt about it. Cause I'm like, damn, you know, Mama D still with the bullshit. And that's what I'm saying, Miss Ayala, baby, fix it. Fix it, baby. Like I said, you're the wrong time for you to go retire, Miss Ayala, baby. Saying you gotta fix this. You gotta fix it. Cause baby, they need it. They need it over there. Y'all, but that's all I got for y'all on this, y'all. Please be sure to like and subscribe. Please stay tuned, y'all. I'm about to be more active back on my YouTube, y'all. I'm sorry I've been gone for a minute. Y'all just been just trying to get settled in. Y'all see, I'm gonna have to try to really get back, like get back into the groove, like really just start coming through, y'all, and just because we got a lot of things to discuss besides some things that's just going on in the media and just different things. We got a lot to just really just discuss, and I'm just gonna run it with y'all about. So y'all just please be sure to like and subscribe, and I'm gonna holler at y'all in the next one.